Hello, hello everyone. How are you? My name is Moshe. I'm an insurance agent, and yesterday I went on Facebook Live for the first time and gave financial tips which you can use during this crisis. So I decided to try and do this in English also. I hope it's going to be helpful. I'm pretty sure it's going to be helpful. If you like this, so like or share. Maybe your friends would like to know these tips. Let's get started. Okay, so before we begin, I installed this add-on, which I found on Google. It's called Google Translate, add-on for Chrome. It's this thing here, and it makes things a lot more easier. So, first tip, but before the first tip, I just want to say that all the advice I'm going to give here, it's always a good thing to first consult with a specialist if it's a um, insurance agent or an investment manager or a loan consultant, mortgage consultant, tax accountant, tax advisor. So let's begin. So the first thing I want to show you here is this very nice site, which is called, I'm not sure how you say it in English. Maybe someone could help me, or we can use this thing. Let's see. Okay, it doesn't translate it, but this is a website. In Hebrew, it's called Amislaka Pensionit, which uses a very advanced high-tech algorithm. It's a website which is regulated by the Treasury Department, and they basically you can go inside this website, sign up, registration, and you can get within a few days your entire information about your קרנות השתלמות, קופות גמל, all your 401ks, all your pension plans, even things that you forgot about, which have been years and years just accumulating dust and no one knew about it. You can find it here. And why is it so important? Because then you know if you have funds which you can use for withdrawal, emergency withdrawal, or maybe you can like take a few small funds and combine them together, and then you can get a loan in a in very good conditions. Usually, the loans which you get from your insurance companies are much better than the ones you can get in a bank. But again, better to consult with someone before doing this. So this is a very good site. I would suggest starting with this or contacting your insurance agent and asking him to sign you up for this information. Maybe he can do this as a service to you if you have a good insurance agent. Okay, let's move on. Another site also uh, in this area is called the Money Mountain. Let's see if this button works here also. We call it in Hebrew the uh, Har HaKesef, the Money Mountain. So what you can get here, you can also search for dormant pension plans, those who are not active anymore. You're not going to see your active pension plan here, but you can also look for bank accounts. This usually applies to people who lost their relatives and want to do a search, see if there's a dormant account with money in it, or see if there's a pension plan or some kind of kupat gemel which the relative had, and no one knows about it. So this site was established by the Treasury Department. You see here, the Treasury Department. So you can track and see if you have something like that. So that's another one, the Money Mountain. Because the Money Mountain was such a success, they made this one, Hara Bituach, which is basically insurance mountain. And let's use this. And you can see here, Mount Insurance. You can see here again, same thing. You can get a very beginning picture of all your insurances, including health insurance, private health insurance, life insurance, car insurance, apartment insurance. And you can see if you have any doubles, if you're paying twice, or you can get like see the amount you're paying to different insurance companies unless they signed you up on this small bracket, which they started recently doing very connivingly, which they basically sign you up that you won't be in the site because they don't want you to know about your plans. They want you to forget about it. That's more convenient for them. But this site is very helpful to start receiving a big picture on where are we, how much we're paying for insurance, how much money we have in certain accounts. Maybe we can find other accounts with money or saving plans, pension saving plans. So this is a very recommended step, and this could put your mind at ease and give you maybe tools that you can use to tackle this crisis. Okay, moving on to the next step. I want to talk a little bit about tax refunds. So I know a lot of you have a special status, which means your tax isn't like a normal or regular Israeli citizen, which is just the Israel state. Maybe you're also a citizen from abroad, so you should consult with a tax advisor on this and just make sure that it applies to your condition also. But speaking just for the condition of Israeli citizens, um, I'm talking about a tax refund. There are a lot of things you can get a tax refund on. Things like insurance. If you pay for life insurance or loss of ability to work insurance, those premiums can get back to you with interest 6 years back. Usually, like let's take for an example, people who pay 100 shekels per month for life insurance. So those people can get the life insurance premium 25% back. It's called Article 45A or 45 Aleph, and you can get it back as a tax acquittal. This only applies for people who pay taxes. But I suggest you check if you make more than 6,500 shekels, or if someone is paying alimony, or you have kids with ADD, or some kind of thing that the state acknowledges as a tax point, which you can get a tax refund for. So those things can apply. Also, if you haven't worked in a while, like if you had like certain amount of income and then you didn't work for a few months, so they do not do the how do you say it? The the necessary corrections, and they just tax you for the higher tax. So all these things accumulate, and you can get a nice tax refund if you're maybe also in the stock market, if you had losses. I can go on and on about this. All I'm saying is check. So this is like a very nice site that I recommend to my clients. I have no connection to this company, but I received a lot of favorable recommendations about this site. FinUp it's called, and you can do this online, or you can consult with someone, pay them like a certain amount. Just be careful with who you do this, because a lot of people, a lot of companies just take like money for opening a file, and then you don't hear from them again. Like 500 shekels are lost, or maybe a little bit more. So just make sure you get a good, credible company or advisor to do this for you. This can mostly applies for employees, but if you were an employee and then you became a freelancer, so maybe you can check this also. Also, the life insurance premium can be also relevant for independent or business owners, freelancers. Okay, so these are the two tips. First, I want to make sure where is my money by using these tools. Where are my pension plans? Then I want to see what money haven't I asked for, which I am entitled to as a citizen of Israel. And the third tip, this is an article. Let's see if I can translate this. This is an article about life insurance premiums. And what are we? Why am I talking about this? Life insurance premiums have a tendency, all of them, or like 99.9% of them, have a tendency, and I'm talking also about life insurance for when you take a mortgage, and sometimes it could go up to thousands of shekels if you're over the age of 50, and smoking, better quit smoking. So these premiums go up every year, and a lot of people they don't notice that the premiums go up, or they don't think they can do anything about it, but they can if your health condition is not changed or worsened severely. You can check, as you can see, the life premiums here are going up for women, for men. You can check with an insurance agent and see if they can give you a better offer. Maybe it only requires that you just fill out a simple declaration of health, and you can really put a dent in your costs of life insurance premiums. It can really help, and I suggest you check this one from all your insurances. This is the easy one to go and save money on. So that was the last tip. Also, I found this website, a very known organization. It's called Bells or Pamonim, and they offer, if I'm not mistaken, free consulting for families who have trouble with financials. Very known company. It's not a company. It's more of a non-profit. They have a lot of volunteers. So if you want to start looking at your financials in a serious matter, I suggest maybe giving them a call, or looking them up. That's it. That's all for me. Moshe, wishing you Chag Sameach. And we have a saying, I guess you know the saying. If we went through Pharaoh, So we can go through this also. Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and I hope you like and share this post, and I hope it was helpful for you. Goodbye.